Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to use the LAN feature in Halo MCC on Xbox One. In this video, I will show you the easiest and best way to connect Xboxes together so you can play LAN games on Xbox One. Please note that this tutorial is made specifically for Halo MCC on Xbox and doesn't necessarily apply to other games. I have tested this configuration to work as of June 2020, and the only networking equipment that you need for this tutorial is a wireless router. But you might be at a LAN right now trying to get this working, so let's get into it. First things first, you will always need to enable the LAN feature within Halo MCC on every console at the LAN. From the main menu, navigate to Options and Career, then choose Settings, then bumper over to Network. Once you're here, change your network from Xbox Live to LAN. This will change your roster to look for LAN games. Now let's get into the preferred method for setting up LAN games in Halo MCC. This is the network configuration that will work the best and require the least amount of work for most people. The idea here is to simply connect all of the Xboxes to a wireless router, then the Xboxes will be ready to LAN. So how does this work? Here we have a modem which provides internet connectivity from the internet service provider to the wireless router. The wireless router serves as both network connectivity as well as being a DHCP server. So when you plug an Xbox into the wireless router's DHCP server automatically assigns a local IP address to the Xbox. At this point, this Xbox is ready to play LAN games. Next, you connect a second Xbox, and the DHCP server automatically assigns a new IP address to that device. Now both Xboxes have a valid IP address and network connectivity to each other and are ready to play LAN games. The reason why this is the preferred method is because the IP addresses are automatically assigned and require no manual configuration. Having internet access at your LAN can make things simpler when multiple Xboxes and digital licenses are involved, such as with Xbox Game Pass licenses. Having an internet connection ensures that an Xbox can verify a copy of the game when it is first launching. It will also make sure that everyone at the LAN is running the same build of Halo MCC. Another perk of this network configuration is that you can add as many consoles as you want and mix and match the connection types. For example, in this scenario, you can simply add 2 more Xboxes by connecting one with an Ethernet cable and one with Wi-Fi. All of these devices will automatically receive valid IP addresses from the router's DHCP server and be ready to play Halo MCC LAN games. If you do not have internet connectivity, I recommend an alternate method. Still use a wireless router, just don't plug anything into the router's WAN port. This alternate method has most of the benefits of the previous method, such as automatic IP assignment and support for many Xboxes, so it can be a great way to do a LAN in a completely offline setting. But in this scenario, you have to watch out for 2 things. First, you need to make sure that everyone's installation of Halo MCC is up to date before playing together. Different versions of the game will likely not be able to join the same LAN games together. Second, you need to make sure that people who own the MCC digitally are using their home Xbox so that the game can launch when the consoles are offline. If someone owns a digital copy of the game but is playing on an Xbox other than their home Xbox, the game will need internet connectivity while it is first launching. Finally, I want to cover the static IP method. If you do not have a wireless router, or if you're connecting 2 Xboxes directly with an Ethernet cable, you may need to use this method. This method is the most difficult and requires the most configuration, so usually I don't recommend it, but just in case you need it, let's go over it. When you use a direct Ethernet connection or simple Ethernet switch, there is no DHCP server involved, so no IP addresses will be automatically assigned. As you plug in Xboxes, they will automatically give themselves an automatic private IP address that starts with 169.254. Unfortunately, these private IP addresses will not work for Halo MCC LAN games, so you will need to go to each console individually and manually configure a static IP address. To do this, open the Xbox Settings app and go to General, and then Network Settings. Next, go to Advanced Settings, IP Settings, then Manual. Here's where you can enter your static IP address. I recommend using all ones, as you can see in the video. For the subnet mask, use 255.0.0.0. For the gateway, use 1.1.1.1. Use the menu button to skip past primary and secondary DNS. Once you've set your static IP, your Xbox may show a message that it cannot reach the Xbox servers. so just push B to close that message. Next, you will need to repeat the static IP process with the rest of the Xboxes, making sure to use a different IP address on each console. Another thing to remember is that after the LAN is over and everyone takes their Xbox home, the static IP configuration will stick. So before you leave the LAN, it's best to go back around to all the consoles and set them back to an automatic IP and DNS configuration. And that's it for the tutorial. The best way to connect Xboxes for LAN and Halo MCC is to simply connect them all to the same wireless router. The Xboxes will all receive dynamic IP addresses from the DHCP server in the wireless router, and nothing will need to be manually configured. Feel free to drop a comment if you have questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone.